A clean and organized home helps you know what you have and what you still need. It sets you up to build habits that makes greener living the easier choice, or at least easier than what it was before. I know you don't really feel like organizing your house today, but don't skip out on this important step. Hey, I'm Amanda Drews here for A Greener Demeanor. We are on week 2 of our 52-week challenge on trying out a more sustainable life. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications on when I send out my weekly video on how to take those steps to live a greener life. I get it, you don't really want to clean or organize your house right now. You're busy, you have work to do, you have other projects, your kids are just gonna mess it up right as you're cleaning. I understand, but the cleaner and more organized your house is, the more organized it's going to stay in the future. We want to know exactly what we have in our homes, exactly what we need, so that we're not overbuying stuff. If you already have something and I'm like, oh, here, this is what I use, you could use this. Don't go out and buy a new one of that. Use what you already have. But if there's something that you need, you can keep an eye out for it. First, you're gonna feel much better when it's done. There's something about a clean house that just completely resets your mind and refreshes you. If you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, it's amazing what just 10 minutes of cleaning can do for your mental health. Second, your home is going to be a lot safer when it's clean. Less tripping hazards, less things for the puppy to chew on and destroy, and God forbid there's a fire, less fuel for that fire to spread, and a nice clean escape path. Clutter can also hide hidden dangers. You want to see that scissors under the pile of mail before you feel it. Part of having an organized home means everything has a place. Everything has a certain spot that it lives in, and it goes to its home. It doesn't just float around back and forth between each room. It goes to its home, it stays there, and everybody is responsible for their own items going back to their homes. I know every family and every couple is different, so you're gonna have to decide who is responsible for what in your family, and also when those responsibilities need to happen by. Both those parts are really important to be successful. This goes along with some of the goal setting skills that we learned in the last video. Not having general goals, but things you can keep track of. So not just like, you keep the kitchen clean, I'll keep the bathroom clean. Having those schedules set and knowing who is exactly responsible for those areas. Here are some examples of goals you might set. I'm in charge of watering the plants when needed, because that could change. That could be a little more general. I will wipe down the counters every night before we go to bed. I am responsible for the dishes and putting the dishes away when they are clean. I will wipe down the stainless steel appliances every Sunday night. The first of every month, I will dust the house, vacuum the floors, and mop. In our house, we're responsible for all of our own laundry, and then I take my daughter's laundry, my husband takes my son's laundry, and it has to fit in the basket. So once it's overflowing from the basket, that's that time component. Like, it is time to do the laundry once it starts overflowing and doesn't fit in that basket anymore, which is also the same size as what fits in the washing machine. You could make a rule like, before family movie night, we all as a family together spend 5 minutes picking up the main area of the house. And if the kids don't pick it up, then you don't get a movie. One rule that I found super helpful is that we have no personal items left in the main area of our house overnight. If it's yours and it's in the dining room, the kitchen, or the living room, it has to go back to the office or your bedroom overnight. For the kids, we told them if toys are left out, they get put into a basket and they go away to somebody else's house. For the kids, your bedroom floor has to be clean enough so that the Roomba can vacuum in there before you watch any TV. Obviously, adjust those timelines and those responsibilities for your family and what works for you guys. Sit down with your partner, with your family, have a meeting about it, write it down. I think that helps a lot. We put like a sticky whiteboard thing inside our cabinet so that if you forget what is my responsibility or what's my responsibility for this month, then you can just go and look in there and see it written down. That helps a lot. And remember, it's not going to always be 50-50 as far as your duties and responsibilities go and who is doing more work than the other person. That's something that you kind of have to let go. As long as you guys worked it out between yourselves, it really helps on if one person ends up typically doing more work in your household. It takes a lot of tension and stress off of them, because otherwise they're sitting around going, I'm always the one that ends up doing dishes while you go and sit and watch TV or play video games or something. So it relieves that stress. You're gonna love your family a whole lot more when everybody's doing what they need to do and they're responsible for doing those things. And also be courteous of each other's responsibilities. In our household, my husband does all the dishes. He is in charge of getting the dishes in the dishwasher that are kind of like general dishes or the kids' dishes. But I make sure that my dishes are clean and ready to go in the dishwasher. So I put them in there when I can. He kind of does the rest of it and then puts them away. I'm in charge of doing all the garbages and the recycling, but he makes sure that his boxes are broken down and his items are clean, empty, and dry so that they can be ready to be recycled. So take care of each other and help each other be successful in what you're doing. My next tip for making this work is to put it in a calendar or set an alarm, whether it's like a daily task or weekly, monthly, yearly. Remind yourself to do it. Your phone will tell you. You write it on a calendar so you can see it. Whatever way you do it, just make it so that it's consistent and you are reminded of when you have to do those things. Maybe you clean every Monday night as a family. Have some ice cream afterwards. Make it a tradition. And that way your kids will know, like, yep, okay, we clean, but then we get ice cream. If you shape it into a tradition, your kids will know what to expect once they've completed the task. Calendars are also really helpful for maintenance items around your home too, like every month change your air filter. That's something that's really easy to forget, but if it's in your calendar, boop, it pops up. You're like, oh, I'll go do that now before I forget to do it. I tend to do heavy cleaning on the first of every month, and then also a lot of organizing on New Year's Day. So I do like this massive cleaning spree and organizing and filing. Like, I keep all my papers upstairs in a drawer that I think need to be filed throughout the year. And our filing cabinets live downstairs. I know I'm not going to go up and downstairs, but if I just throw them in the drawer, every New Year's I'll file those away, and half of them I end up throwing away anyways because they end up being things I don't need. So it actually saves on filing space because I end up recycling most of them anyways. Paperwork can really build up and cause a lot of stress. So if you don't have a filing cabinet, go find one. If you have the room, if you don't have the space, these boxes are really handy for small space use for files. So that can fit a lot of paperwork in there, and it can just be shoved under somewhere. In the zookeeping world, our days revolve around our cleaning schedules. So we have the things we need to do every day, but we also have like, okay, today the parrots get total like hose down, take apart, disinfect day, and then put everything back together. You can choose to do your home in a couple different ways. So maybe your cleaning schedule is a little bit every day so that you don't have to spend big chunks of days cleaning. Or you could do it like every Saturday I spend this many hours cleaning so I don't have to do it the rest of the week. You do it all in one chunk. That's up to you on what you want to do, what your schedule is like, what your life is like, and how that's going to work for you. And you want to decide if you take one room at a time and just get that whole room done and then move on to the next room, or do you like do windows in one room and then the next room and then the next room and then do the floors and go room by room. So depending on whether you want to do it by space or by task, that's up to you too. Just make sure you pick something that is doable. If it doesn't work, change it up, try something different. If you find you're just putting things wherever for right now and then you'll take care of it later, or if your drawers that you do have or the baskets you do have are overflowing with stuff, I think it's probably time to organize a little bit. If you're ready to organize, go around your house, see what you already have first. If you're looking for baskets or plastic bins or drawers, use what you have first. And then if you don't have those items or you just want different items, go and look on Facebook Marketplace or Nextdoor, go to Goodwill, or put out an ISO online and see if anyone has those things that you're looking for. A lot of people are looking to get rid of those items in their own house. If all else fails, go out and buy yourself some new stuff. It's okay, don't feel bad about it. It would drive me nuts if all of my baskets were different in our open hall closet because we don't keep the door on it. And I wanted new baskets, so I went out and bought new baskets. That's okay. Don't feel guilty about it. Sometimes there's just a product that really fits exactly what you need and you buy it new. That's okay. Tips for organizing personal care products: either put them by who uses them or by the type of product that they are. And in your shower, only keep those items that you use every day in there. This is my hallway closet, and I kind of organize it primarily with baskets. And this is where we keep all our towels and, hi, what's up?
Light on.
The light's on, yeah. Can you go build some blocks?
No. Me knock over that.
You knock over that block? This is my sheets, my pillowcases, my washcloths. And then up here we have hair stuff, like accessories for your hair binders, hair ties, headbands.
That.
You want that? So pretty. Oh, you want that one too? One of the things that's really saved me a lot of time is putting together a travel bag, so it's just ready to go. So whether you're flying or just going to the cabin, I know that this is my travel bag, and then there's a kid's one too. And all the things that we need will be right in there, and I can just grab it, and it takes out so much time in packing. So I have like Kleenexes and dry shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrush, razor, deodorant, anything that, like the basics that you might need. And then I also keep a little packet of meds for emergencies. You get a cold, or you get diarrhea, or your stomach hurts, or you fall and you need aspirin or whatever, just for those emergencies while you're traveling, so that you're not like, I'm in a different country and I don't know where the nearest store is for the pharmacy, and I just need this right now, and this will get me through till I find that store. So you have it right with you too. Makeup right in here too. I don't wear that much makeup, so I don't need a ton of space to keep things. So these little holders are pretty nice for it. Right up on the top we have kind of the things that we use every day. And again, I have not cleaned this out for a whole year, so this is what it looks like right now. And we'll fix that today. But these are the things that we can just grab right away. They're at eye level. It's like, oh, I need to take my vitamin or whatever. I can see it right there. And then the kids' stuff is in one of these ones too. We have a sewing kit back here. Up here is all our first aid stuff, and Band-Aids and alcohol wipes or whatever, anything if we get injured. So we know if we get injured, it's all up here. It's also high enough so the kids can't really reach any of that stuff. I do label all of my med drawers, like cold and flu, digestion and pain, topical and miscellaneous, just so we can find them a little faster. And then every year on New Year's, I go through and I get rid of the ones that have expired, so I don't have a whole drawer of meds from 1990 sitting there. And then I write down all the things that I'm taking out so I can have a list when I go to the pharmacy to replace them. One thing we'll talk about this year is how to store food. Here's where we keep our day-to-day food storage containers. We have the lids all in the center, and then the containers around the edge there. This is really helpful because this way we can stack the containers up on top of each other. We have two different systems going on in here. One belongs to these lids and one belongs to these like square lids. And I wish I only had one system, but if you already have some stuff, don't go out and buy new stuff. It's just use what you have. But if you are putting stuff on like a gift registry, ask for all in the same system, so it's a lot easier when you're trying to organize it. We have a reusable lunch bag here, some bento boxes, and a nice one for salads. This one's really helpful. And then we just put them in the different shapes. And then small ones for like sauces and things. And do you have a place in your kitchen for containers that maybe used to hold food, but you're gonna reuse them for another purpose? Make sure you make a space for that too. For covers and like food keepers, I keep those all in the drawers here, kind of stacked up. And then I have the different options in our other one, whether you're covering something or putting it in a reusable baggie. I do have Ziploc bags. Sometimes you need those, but I also wrote on there, do you really need to use them? Because there's other options. Because otherwise, someone will come in that's staying over and just use like bags for everything. Kids' toys. In our living room, we have one big basket. The kids can keep their toys in there as long as that basket lid can close. That's the amount of toys that can live out in the living room. Otherwise, they had to go in their bedrooms and fit into the things that they have in their rooms. What's in there? Who is that?
Hot.
We'll talk about laundry in another video, but we've set up our laundry room so that you can dry things on hooks for those things that need to be air dried. And that will not only save your clothes, but it'll save you energy for your dryer. If you're having to store winter wear items like hats, mittens, scarves, I put them in like a 3.5 foot 3-drawer system, and we take that out in the wintertime. It sits by the door, we can use that, and then in the summertime it just goes right back into storage, and that's all I have to do for moving all those things around. In our garage we have all the bins set up with labels, because they label everything on what exactly they are while they're up on the shelves. So they live in the bins, but we can see what they are even from down below because of those labels. And yes, they are plastic bins that I bought, but I like them and they help keep that garage well organized. There might be a point where you're realizing that the systems that you have for cleaning and organizing aren't effective. If you need help, call for help. Ask a friend who's really organized, or a family member or a neighbor. Just say, hey, I need help. Or maybe you just can't do it because you just had a baby and you're overwhelmed with stuff. If you need help, call for help. Or call in the professionals, because that is their job, is to clean or organize and make things look fabulous for you. And maybe sometimes you just want to treat yourself. Have someone come in for your birthday and clean your house or organize your house. Here's my friend Christine. She owns Nicely Sorted here in the Twin Cities, and she will come and organize your house for you. Check out what she has to say about keeping your house organized.
Hi, I'm Christine. I started Nicely Sorted Organizing Services. We are based in Apple Valley, Minnesota, but we will travel throughout the Twin Cities and surrounded areas to help you with your home or office space. Organizing can be an overwhelming project, but that is what I am here for. I love it. So let me help bring some calm into your chaos. We have a website, www.nicelysorted.com. We have a Facebook page at Nicely Sorted and an Instagram at Nicely Sorted. Getting organized is a great first step at living a more sustainable life. Let's take a look at some examples from around my house.
A big first step in the organizing process is a declutter. You want to feel good about the items you own and not just have things around that are taking up space. So start small, maybe a drawer. You'll take out all the contents and put them out on the counter. This way you're touching everything you own and taking accountability for it. Sort through it. What do you use? What do you not use? Donate the items you don't use, and then you are left with all the items that are most useful for you. You can set things up in a way where you can see everything and it's easily accessible for the whole family. And I really love this product right here. This is a bamboo drawer organizer. It's expandable so it fits my entire drawer. That way things aren't getting lost behind it. I really love this product. Organizing will help you save time and money. Time because you're not running around trying to look for things, and money because you're not buying multiples of items you already have simply because you can't find them. When you organize, you give everything a home, its own little space in your house, so you know right where to go when you're looking for tape or batteries, and you're not misplacing them and going out to buy more. Some areas of the kitchen are hard to access, like the cabinet way up there. These items are up high and those cabinets are very deep, so it's easy to lose things, which can be wasteful. So in places like this, I like to keep things up front and I like to keep things visible so we can see every single thing that we have and make sure we're using what we have. At the very top, I have things contained in a basket so they're not rolling around and falling to the back and never to be seen again. I can pull down that basket, and right now we have up there back stock, so our extra flour, sugar, coffee, and then we'll check our back stock before we go out shopping. When you start going through your clothes, you're going to notice that you end up with a lot more space. And just by folding things differently, you can see all the items that you have. So you're not just grabbing the first t-shirt on top all the time and you never get to those bottom shirts. By doing a nice fold, you'll be able to see everything that you own. And stuff is going to start to fit nicer in your drawers or in your space. So all my sweaters fit comfortably in my space. And if I'm at a store and I see more sweaters that I like, you just think about your space at home. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to fit? And it might deter you from buying more things because you're comfortable with the space that you have. And of course, we all have sentimental items or items we're not ready to get rid of, but you can store those in under bed storage bins. And that way the things in your drawers taking up your space are things that you're using more frequently, and your other stuff is stored away nicely.
I'm not really going to go through my dresser drawers and how I organize those because we're getting a new dresser soon. We just have mismatched dressers and the doors don't open very well. And thank you, Great Grandpa, for building this, but I think it's just time to go, and the handles are interesting shaped. So yeah, we're going to get new stuff. So this is kind of how I have some of my drawers. I'll put like bras or big socks or short socks, and I'll separate them with these type of separators. And that helps. And then in the top drawer, I put all those socks that don't really have a home, and I put them there for the next few laundry cycles. And then every few months I go through and I find their mates and or get rid of them. I try to do the kids' rooms kind of the same as my closet, so I have their warm stuff over here, and t-shirts, dresses, tutus, and I definitely like having the hangers all in one place for the kids, because otherwise those little kid hangers just like stick out all over the place and drive me nuts. So they go to one spot when we're done using a piece of clothes. And then the best thing is when something's too small, goes in the donation bin in the corner. So never have to like put it on the floor and think I'm gonna bring it downstairs, because I'm not gonna. Nope, there's just no time for that. For the kids' rooms, I put their stuff under labeled drawers, and then when they were little and changing sizes all the time, I would put the size right here, like a smaller size over here and a bigger size over here. And that way, if they started kind of growing out of the smaller one, then we'd start using up the rest of those ones before giving them away and then moving to the bigger sizes. All right, so we're just gonna jump into the hanging part first. Since I kind of already know what's there and what I wear and what I don't wear a lot. This, disaster. This is okay. I'm gonna take everything out and put it on the bed, because then I can see it, I can smell it, I can take each piece and say, hey shirt, what's up? Like, do I want to keep you? Do I need you? Do you make me feel good? Do you make me look good? Or do you have some other purpose that I'm trying to fulfill with you? I mean, Marie Kondo, every piece that's in your closet and you're gonna get it down to what you really need and what you really love in there, instead of just the things that like, oh, I bought this once and I haven't worn it yet, but I think maybe I'll wear it. We haven't worn it in 2 years, out, gone. I want to organize it, and this is just me, so do what works for you. I organize it by, first of all, what I can access easily. So way over here in like the dark corner between our two closets, I have like my dress up sweaters that I would wear like to a wedding over my dress when it gets cold at night. So those are all down in the middle where I don't see them a lot, and they're really not causing any harm over there. Then, since this is my summer closet right now, transitioning into winter closet, I have my long sleeve shirts on the inside, and I have my short sleeve shirts, more accessible, out here. I kind of have a group for hiking clothes or camping clothes. I have kind of a group that's sort of nicer. And then I also have a bunch of t-shirts where it's like, I'm just wearing this t-shirt because I'm home all day, or I'm not going anywhere. So I've kind of put all those in a pile, and that's what I wear when I'm not really doing anything for the day. And then I get into the warmer stuff. So I'm always cold. So I always have sweatshirts and like hoodies and stuff over here. So those kind of stick to where I can always access them. And then we have some of our space-saving things. I have pants on these hooks that go like this, up and down vertical, so that they're not getting wrinkled, and also they're just on one hook. They're over top of each other. And I have my nice tank tops together, like glitter sparkle, let's go to the bar and hang out kind of tank top. And then I have some of my more normal ones all together too, the ones that I would wear day to day in the summer. Dresses for the summertime all kind of go on one. And even though it doesn't look the greatest, it does save a ton of space. And since I don't wear a dress all the time, I can kind of put those wherever. Then I have all my work uniforms. So I can know that all my work stuff is just over there. Wear something comfortable, like I'm wearing a comfortable shirt. I'm wearing something that I can take on and off really fast and easily. And I'm wearing the sweatpants so that I can try on those jeans that really not fit me anymore. Here's my helper. Hey, Mimi. Are you helping? That you really love in one pile, and the ones to be donated in another pile. It's probably faster just to put all the ones that you want to try on in a pile, so you're not taking shirt on and off every time. You know what, new moms, don't be so hard on yourself. Just wait a little bit before doing it. Don't worry about going through your closet until you're like done breastfeeding, or maybe just a couple years later, or maybe you just don't have time because you had a new baby. That's all okay. If you're in kind of a wardrobe slump, get someone who will give you a really honest opinion on what you're wearing. Invite them over, get them a glass of wine, sit them down and have a fashion show for them. Siblings are often good for this. I sat down with my sister a few years back and she's like, you're wearing the entirely wrong shirt for your body type. Like, that doesn't match you at all. And make sure you don't get mad at the person when you ask them for their opinion if they give you an honest opinion. That's what you ask them there for. Sometimes you'll know right away if you want to keep that thing. If you have to stare at the mirror for more than like 5 seconds, probably just get rid of it. Milk stain on it right now. Oh, now I know why I like this one. This is like perfect. Down here, I know this doesn't look great when there's nothing there covering it up, but this is kind of where I put my clothes, or like, this isn't really dirty yet, I'm just gonna put it here. and then I can throw it on later or tonight when I go home from work or something. So that's kind of just like a place where it's like, you're not dirty, I'm gonna get the most out of you before you actually are, so just chill right here. And then I do workout clothes in this drawer and swimsuits in this drawer. Everything is good wipe down so it's not all dusty. And no, this is a big pile of clothes. This is everything. So now I can put it back in. And I'm kind of forced to because it's sitting on my bed. So I can't really like, just be like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow or put it off till later. Ah! These are the things that live under my bed because we don't have under bed storage. So I take the winter ones out, kind of pick what I need. Really just like a couple sweaters. I'm gonna put my shorts back in there. And that's really all I need to switch out for the year. And then it just stays in this thing under the bottom of my bed until the spring, and then we'll switch them back out again. So now I'll spread them out on the bed, take a picture, just to give someone an idea what's in the bag, and put it up on Facebook Marketplace. Just throw it up for free and put size 8 women's, probably good for 25 to 30 years old. If there's lots of dresses, I'll put that. But I think the picture helps because then they won't get the bag and be like, well, I don't like any of this, I'm just gonna throw it away because I don't want it to end up in the trash. Otherwise I would have donated it to a place. So that's, I think, a better way to do it than just dropping it off at a donation center for them to sell. That's it. I don't know what's going on in my husband's closet, but as long as he can shut the door, I don't care. Alright, it's the next day because I realized you probably couldn't see like in the closet because it got so late and dark last night. So this is what I did. I have my warm stuff over here. I have my long sleeve shirts and my t-shirts that I wear a lot over here. My pants are over here, and my shirts, summer stuff. I actually had room to fit them because I got rid of so much stuff. I didn't have to put them in storage. So they're just gonna stay in like the shadowy part of the closet where I can't really access for the rest of the year. And it all fit. I can move things around now, hallelujah. I have stuff on top, pajamas are over here, my work pants, my jeans, sweatpants, and kind of other pants over here. So they all have a place, and that's the most important thing, is that you need them to have a special spot that they go into. They don't just go into this gaping hole here of nothingness, which I could probably move this over and fix that. Because that's what that hole always becomes. And look, I just solved that problem. Never even really thought of that. Alright, so we got rid of that problem. But now I can leave it like this. I can access everything and see everything. That's how I do my closet. Obviously that's what works for me. It's not gonna work for everybody else, but it definitely helps to go through it. Just that twice a year turnover thing. That's all you really need. Now we're going below the bed. This is where I keep my special box. It's nothing creepy, don't worry. But it is where I have all the things that I'm probably not gonna fit into ever again. Or maybe I probably shouldn't wear them ever again. I don't know. Might not be like appropriate for mom wear. but I'm a big fan of like country music festivals and concerts and going out. And there's just a certain point where you can wear like this crop top too and get away with it. So I don't know if that's ever gonna be a thing that I wear again. Oh, this one was cute. I'm probably gonna need to work on those abs for this box. This is like my abs box. This is a goal box. And as long as I can close the top, I'm okay with keeping $120. This, I don't even know what this is. I've never worn it before. I must have bought it on like a whim somewhere. I don't even know how it works or what it's supposed to cover up. Like what is this supposed to cover? Oh, okay. Whoa, what's this? Okay, I did wear this once. But I think I wear a vest over it. Alright. These are just things that, yeah, like I said, if I can close the top and keep it closed, I'm okay with keeping one box of those gold shirts and items of clothing that I'm never ever gonna wear again. But maybe someday, right? Just keep that tucked right in there. Thanks for joining me for week 2. For our next week, we're going to learn about creating easy home recycling systems so that you have a place for all those things that you need to recycle or get rid of in your home. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, click on that subscribe button and the bell so you know when our videos come out, and you can follow along for that 52 weeks of trying on a more sustainable life.